Larry Chu came to us in the computer science department to speak with the Human Computer Interaction Group, and he was really excited about this idea of making cognitive aids dynamic and interactive. And so we joined with him as computer scientists to learn about medicine and to contribute to the projects. So over the course of the last year and a half, Larry and the group and Kyle Harrison and other colleagues have worked together to watch medical doctors and understand how they work so we can support them better with software.
And what exactly does your software do?
So our software-based cognitive aids support doctors during emergency situations. So in situations such as following the advanced cardiac life support protocol, this is what happens when a patient may go into cardiac arrest and doctors need to rush into the hospital room, or perhaps they're in surgery and something goes wrong. They want to know what they need to do now and make sure they're following the best up-to-date medical procedures. So what the software does is it provides a quick and easy way to see what steps the doctors need to do now so they can double check and make sure they're following the best procedures. So how it's implemented is there's a large screen display that's mounted on either a wall or a crash cart, and doctors can look at the screens, or they can ask a nurse or operator to bring up other aids. And the aids progress dynamically so that they can provide dose timers, they can provide information about critical steps to do.
And who is your target audience with this? Is this more of a training tool, or are you hoping that doctors will continue to use it far down their career?
We think that we can definitely reach a lot of people through training, and our initial set of people that we're looking with is initially medical students and residents. But we think in the future the use of checklists and more general cognitive aids will spread throughout medicine here in the US and the world. So whether you're a new resident on call or you've been a doctor for 20 years, we think it's important to use all the best information you have and the best technology to make sure you're providing the best care.
And where are the procedures, where do they come from?
So the aids that we're currently developing have been adapted from Larry's Anesthesia Informatics and Media Lab group. So Larry's group has been working to develop some of the best paper-based cognitive aids, which have information from the best clinical research. And so we've been adapting these paper-based aids and making them interactive and dynamic so they can be used on the fly from tablets and from large screens.
And I'm guessing that these procedures have been researched multiple times based on, subjects, multiple subjects, and peer-reviewed healthcare journals.
Right, so the current aids we're focusing on for advanced cardiac life support, every few years the different organizations will continue to do research and publish these guides which suggest what are the best practices. And these things will be updated over time, but there's many institutions which are engaged in this kind of high-level research. And it's then the task of the authors of the aids to go through this information and figure out how do you best present it, how do you design it visually, how do you group things together, and what do you emphasize at the right time.
And how has testing been?
It's been a really interesting experience. So actually last year, my collaborator Jesse Ceramelli and I both got to put on scrubs and go into the medical simulator. So downstairs in this medical building is a whole wing dedicated to medical simulation. And you go into the room and it looks like a complete operating room where everything is real except for the patients. The patient is this high fidelity mannequin. And so we've actually gotten a chance to deploy our software in this interactive session where medical residents will deal with simulated emergencies that they don't know about and make use of our aid. We've also done lower fidelity simulations with about 37 doctors where we brought them in and gave them cardiac life support tasks and seen how much does the software help them, and in what ways can we improve software and design it so that they can do the best they can.
Wow. Well, coming from a medical student perspective, I think this is such a great idea. Because I know in those emergency situations, I wouldn't know the first thing to do. You know, going from a textbook into real life, all that information will just fly out of my head. So I think this is a great project. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
I guess I just wanted to share the kind of just the gratitude for the opportunity that Stanford has given me in the group. I think Stanford's been unique in having the School of Medicine be across the street from the School of Computer Science and being open to this sort of collaboration. And also being in Silicon Valley, I think we're kind of in a culture of innovation where we can be open to trying out things and trying things which people haven't tried before. And it's something where we hope that we can build these innovations and test them and share them and get them used throughout the world.